everybody, and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Crystal version. Last time we beat Erica and made our way over here. Today we are going to enter Fuchsia City and earn our 5th Kanto badge, making it what was it? 8, 12, so 13 in total. Yay! I can do math that an elementary schooler should be able to do on the fly. But here in the Fuchsia City Gym, there are 2 gimmicks going on here. One are the invisible walls, and the second is that every trainer is disguised as the gym leader. And if you want to fight the gym leader, you have to guess at which one is the gym leader. But I myself like to fight every trainer there is, which involves fighting all of the Mook trainers in a gym before fighting the gym leader. So for me, this turns into a game. This becomes not a game of finding the gym leader, but rather a game of avoiding the gym leader. And, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Now, in earlier generations, the invisible walls are a bit easy to make out because, if you look at the floors in, well, if you look at the area inside the gym, once we get out of this battle, you might notice a series of dots in certain places, and those are pretty much right where the invisible walls are. So the walls themselves aren't much of a challenge unless your vision hasn't gone through the proper correction to be able to see that sort of detail. But then again, the dots are like right on the lines, so but in the remakes, they certainly made it a lot less easy to tell where the invisible walls are without having to bump into them. They're a lot more invisible, certainly. And as you can see, this gym specializes in poison type. Let's see, I do believe it is a type that would not have been repeated until Generation 5, but specifically the Generation 5 sequels. Where we got Roxy with her little rock band in the basement of some building. Or is it a basement if that's the main part of the building that gets explored? I don't know. But, let's see. Are there any poison types that I am particularly fond of? Let's see. Gen 1. I wasn't always fond of it, but I came up with the character for a roleplay once, and he was very snake-centered, so I ended up growing attached to Ekans and Arbok, because while there is the Viper as a snake, the guy I was trying to model my little Ekans after was more Cobra-centered than just generic snakes, so an Arbok would have been better. Speaking of which, early sprite art for Arbok had these black stripes on its back, and I forget which version, either red and green or blue, and I'm speaking Japanese versions here. But one of them had black stripes, but after that version they never appeared again. So, interesting little quirk. Did they forget to put the black stripes on the Arbok in the anime, and then they were like, screw it, and just stopped adding them? Certainly an interesting thing. And let's see, any other poison types? Well, Zubat, of course. Cute little thing. I suppose Nidoran female is kind of cute, but I don't particularly consider it one of my favorites because I don't use it all that much, and I have not found its evolved forms to be terribly appealing to me. They're a bit rough for my tastes. And it took me a while to actually figure out that the Nidorans were probably based off of rabbits or something. At least, that's what I think. They're like rabbits with mouse teeth. Or are they just more mice with exaggerated ears? Either way, it's pretty cute. And, Gen 2, any poison types introduced there? Crobat, but technically that's part of, Zubat's line. But, here is the real Janine, the gym leader of Fuchsia City. She is Koga's daughter, and she took over for the gym when Koga was promoted to be part of the Elite Four, so that's pretty nice. And it's especially comforting that she doesn't let her papa down. Yay. Though, I wonder, is her team, like, nearly identical to Koga's? That'd be interesting. Or silly, whatever. Let's see, back to the poison types. Only in Generation 3. Roselia, I suppose? It is a grass type, I mean a poison type, but I think of it more as a grass type because it's, well, more obviously modeled like a grass. Like roses. Nothing else particularly standing out to me. Let's see, Gen 4. Roserade. Oh, forgot Seviper. I suppose I started liking Seviper a bit, once I started getting more into snakes. And, though I will say I do prefer Arbok simply for being a cobra, and I kind of like that hood. Let's see, oh, right, nearly identical except for the fortress. I see. And, also, I don't recall what TM she gives you, in the remakes. I want to say toxic? It's been too long since I've played. Let's see. Gen 4. It's not particularly a favorite, but Scorpi and Drapion had me interested for a while because I could not figure out a weakness that Pokemon had. For a while, I was under the impression that it didn't have any natural weaknesses because when I was first playing through Gen 4, I thought Poison's only weakness was psychic attacks. But, then, Gen 4 has this app called well, it basically lets you pit various type moves against various type combinations, and, through that I learned that Poison is also weak to ground attacks. And, so that did get Drapion to stick in my head for a while. More so than Skuntank, because Drapion was a part of the Elite Four. So I ended up fighting Drapion a lot more. And that was also when I learned that bug types were not weak to electric type attacks. I noticed one of Aaron's bug type Pokemon wasn't getting hit with a super effective thing when I was using my Luxray to hurt his Pokemon, so I was like, what? I thought bug types were weak to electric types, and nope, apparently I just kept encountering bug types that were also bug flying. What's his Dustox? That was what was confusing me, especially since it has the wings. But, yeah. And let's see, any in Gen 5 that caught my eye? I swear there was one that... Oh yes, Scolipede. I think that's the name of its final form. When I first saw the thing, and I heard its cry, it really freaked me out. 'Cause, like, the design, and plus when you call out a Scolipede, it has this little animation that's like dust from the ground, like, being wished away just by the thing appearing on the ground, and so it just looked like a really huge thing with a scary cry, and that freaked me out for a little bit. Though, and I wasn't terribly fond of it at first, but starting to see Venipede as being a bit more cute. Man, I am an odd person. And, let's see. Anything else regarding the poison type? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Though, once I do get a way to record DS and 3DS games, I do think that I'll do something a little special with the remakes for you guys. Not gonna say what, but what's special about it exactly? And I'm going to shut up because I just realized that continuing on that train of thought would have spoiled precisely what would have made that thing special. But, yeah. Let's see. And let's see what this teacher has to offer us. That is starting, and Hillary. Aw, cute little monkey ape-palm. Which is a normal type, so it is weak to fighting attacks. Though, I don't really find monkeys cute. It's just... meh. And its evolution that was given to it in Gen 4 is a little derpy for me. So, eh. Not terribly fond as a monkey. Now, as you likely read, just going on to fight some extra trainers on this route over here, because if I outright ignore them, I'll be missing quite a few trainers. And I don't like these new trainers. But, so, kind of a bit odd, I suppose. They just take these 1, 2, 3, I think 4 or 5 routes all on this side of the region, and they do absolutely nothing with them except fill them with trainers and maybe a few items here and there. Though there is a lady that offers a nice trade a little bit later, but for the most part there's not really much going on with these routes. It's just one trainer after another. And, one thing about this route, these routes that, I'm traveling to, I forget if they're available in this generation, but, you should be able to catch a Ditto on this route in the first generation, and there's this theory floating around that Ditto is some leftover goo while they were trying to make Mewtwo, and that the goo appears in places where Mewtwo was associated with. It doesn't make sense to me that Mewtwo would travel over here to get to that cave in Cerulean. And I am out of time, so I will see you guys next time as we explore more of these routes. See you guys then!